Ayy, my father a baller, my brother a baller, let's get things in order. For my son and my daughters, I gotta go harder, Okay. They lambs to a slaughter, from quarter to quarter, get thrown out the water. Ayy, come for the throne of your garner, yeah, cause that turned me into a monster. I can't let it get to me, I can't let it get to me, they could all disagree, I'm making history. I can't let it get to me, I can't let it get to me, they could all disagree, I'm making history.
This summer's been a fun one, for sure. I came into summer, everything looked like I was gonna be number one. And when I got to Hartford, an unproven market, you know, for a team my size, before me, this market's never done more than 1,400 accounts. I brought 60 guys out to an unproven market. We had licensing issues. We were getting the cops called on every single day. I was honestly losing a lot of sleep. It was like a battle that I had to deal with every single day. I had never had to deal with something like this. I had no way at the time. It was just me. And you know, I put my head down, and the reason why we're in this trail right now is because this is a huge part of how I was able to battle through it. Instead of like looking for alternate, you know, solutions, I just came out to nature and I started praying a lot, and you know, I found a way, and luckily everything started aligning. And you know, when a couple weeks in, I was looking at my numbers and I was like, hey, am I still gonna be able to do what I wanted to do? And I had this immense pressure on myself. I brought an army of guys out here to Hartford, you know, really good guys, you know, that are gonna do great things in their life, and just wasn't planning out. I had no support. No one had ever done what I was trying to do. There was no blueprint. It was just like, figure it out. And it was tough. It was real tough. And then, you know, a lot of personal things happened this summer that just added to it. But, you know, I found my groove through, you know, this trail, you know, nature and God, and, you know, we're here. We're cemented as the #1 management group in the company by a good amount, and it's been a great summer so far. We're not done yet, though. You know, the Northeast is a man's market, like I like to call it, right? It's tough. You got to grind hard. And, you know, one day in correlation, I just got up there and I was like, hey guys, like, this is what we signed up for. This is what we're gonna do. And we're gonna make it happen no matter what. Like, if you need anything from me, I'm here, but we gotta figure this out together. And we just all got behind that. You know, we hit this new town called Waterbury, and it was something completely different. I had never knocked anything like it before. Definitely none of my guys. And we just rallied behind it, and we've always known we're the best. That's like our motto. We've always been the best. And this summer, these guys have grown a lot. I've grown a lot. We've had to learn a lot about ourselves because it's been difficult. But hey, nothing in life that's worth it comes easy, right?
The world's so crazy, we gotta stick together. I came to get the cheese, the guac, baby, the lettuce.
Having a routine is super important, especially if you want to be, you know, working at an optimal level at all times. So I wake up at the same time every single day. I go to the gym at the same time every single day.
Waking up every morning, I wake up 7 in the morning every single day. I eat the same meals every single day.
I eat mostly the same stuff every single day. I even do most of the same things on Sundays.
Big advice I can do with that is like, listen, if you do a hard workout at the beginning of the day, the rest of the day is easy.
If someone wanted to find me, it'd be pretty easy to find me. I just have a really locked in schedule, and I, you know, bring that onto my reps. So I literally highlight people for going to the gym, eating right, looking good. Like in my office, everyone wants to look good, everyone wants to eat right, and everyone wants to make a ton of money.
To finish strong, you just gotta always remember your why. You know, stick to the discipline. You know, we sacrifice a lot coming out here, leaving our friends, family, all the fun things we do back at home. We just gotta make it count, and once you're getting close to the finish line, you just gotta make it count. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and only the strong survive, you know? My why has always been my daughters. I have 2, Gianna, Leilani, 5 and 3-year-old. I started this job with my first being a newborn. It was a big sacrifice, scary things, never done sales, and I had to make it worth it. Dropped out of school to do this, and honestly, it's been the biggest and best opportunity in my life.
The last thing I want to do is get back home, look at my back end, and, you know, regret not working harder the last 2 weeks. So my goal for the rest of the summer, I'm just going to push through, knock it down until I can't anymore.
We really do this job to set ourselves up for the future. So when we look into the future, we can't leave anything behind. So while we're here, while we're in summer, in those 20 weeks, we have to make every day worth it. Let's say if you're kind of quitting early, you're leaving a lot on the line. You're leaving something that you can work on. And
are you going to go back home and are you going to tell your parents, hey, I did everything that I wanted to do and I made it happen? Or are you going to go back home and tell your parents, hey, I almost did exactly what I wanted to do, but I still didn't do it. I'm going to wait for next year. Like, no, we're here right now. Like, I make the most out of it. I tell all my guys to make the most out of it, just because when I go back, I want to be able to look at my parents in the eye and just tell them, hey, look, I did this, I made this happen, I have my own place, I have my own car, and I did it all because I worked really hard, and I just got to give glory to God for that.
Guys, at this point of the summer, it's really easy to, count your chicken, as they say, and like, hey, I had a great summer. And, think about all the money that you've made. I'll tell you from experience, don't ever do that. So what I've always done is that I try to make enough money the last week of summer that it's gonna pay for my 2-month vacation. And that's one thing that's always helped me finish strong. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be something small. Hey, I wanna give my parents a gift or help them out with rent or a mortgage, something like that. A lot of you guys came into summer, probably didn't have that much money, now you do. Some of you guys came in with money, now you have more money. You can't let that fire die, so you gotta find a new way to invigorate yourself and find motivation to go hard and go out with a bang. At the end of the day, you only remember the last 4 weeks of summer. You don't remember week 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you go out hard, you're gonna go back home happy about it. But if you finish soft, momentum travels into preseason. The guys that finish strong in summer start strong in preseason. If you finish soft, you're not gonna do great preseason. So just give it your all, I promise you it's worth it.